Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Sorry about the movement there, I'm just adjusting the camera there. And today this is in response to Joyce Joseph, who's in the comments. She was asking about these vapor pipes. Because she's like buying them. She says it costs her $25, and they're running down quite fast. There's a number of reasons for that. One, it could be the battery. Two, it could be the BMS board. Every one of these should really have a BMS board. When you're charging them up, she was talking about those exploding and stuff like that. This is the heating element. This is what heats it up inside. That's where it goes, the vape in there, and then it, you suck through that and it's going. So that's where the element is. This is the first time. I've had this one a while. I don't use it, so I've never got to it. So I'll just let you know what I've got so far. As you know, this part just screws off. That's like screwed into there, goes on there, and then this part here screws in. Where is it? Sorry, yeah. And we'll notice these plates here. It's just a small plate. And it's stuck on. They use glue to stick them on. They're like a little aluminium plate. You have to prise these off. And then what you're left with underneath is a plate there. Now you see them two small screws there. I don't know if you can see them there. See the small screws? That's the actual shape of them. They're absolute rubbish. Yeah, I have the proper screwdriver and everything for it, but it just rounds the heads off. So I think they've put them in there with intentions of not letting people strip them down. So what I've done is I broke this one off, as you can see. I can, if I wanted to, solder it back together. It is so I broke this one off. You can see where the screws went through the holes there. So the screws are actually left back in the side of them. So what I'm going to do is strip it down to see what makes them tick, to be honest, because I've never actually stripped one of these down. So I suspect behind that black pad is the battery, so I'm going to just do that now. I'll pull that out. And we do have a battery. And like I say, this one costs 70 quid. And I got told that they use 18650 batteries in them. So I'm going to take this apart and see what it is. So there's the battery there. And it's got a charge. There's the charger there. Now that's a 5 volt USB charge. Obviously, if you're plugging it so it's 12 volt, cut down to 5 point, and that's what the board's for. It's like a protection board. But I don't think you have anything where the batteries aren't protected there. Now I did see she mentioned that they have like 2 AA rechargeable batteries in them, but I got told that they all use 18650 batteries, so this is probably stuck on there. Let's have a look. Oh, I need my small. I need another tool. Let's see if I can get prize this out here, going through here. Like I said, I'm not bothered about it. I've got plenty of these boards, plenty of these modules, but I'll try and prize. Yeah, it's coming out now. Look, that module's coming out. So if I just get that mostly slid out the button. Where's the button? The button's now dropped down there, yeah. So it's coming out. It's coming out. It's coming out. Yeah, I think I bent that a bit, but I'm not particularly bothered. Let's try and take it out all in one go if I can. I doubt if I'm going to, judging by the way this is going. Let's just take a peek in there. In that end there. I think the other end might have to come off. I'm not sure. Yeah, because I can see a wire there. So I shall stick my screwdriver back in there, because this is how I've done it. I put the screwdriver in, just prise the screwdriver in, and then bend it up over. It's only aluminium, so I'm not bothered about unscrewing them, because like I say, I'm not intensely putting this back together again. I'll keep the parts. Keep the battery. It's a good little battery in this too. So this one's just proving a little harder. I'll just take it off camera a minute, because I need to stick it in the side. I don't want to stick the screwdriver into my hand. So I shall prise it open this way. It's such, the aluminium on the side is very soft, and it's quite easy to prise it. But this end just doesn't seem to want to come off easier. I see, there's where I'm up to now. As you can see there, I'm prising the aluminium. If you want, you know, if you're doing it, my advice is just use a small drill these screw heads out and get some smaller screws. You know, I have plenty of them which you can actually put it back in, but I'm taking this down a quicker and easier way rather than mess about, which that one is proven too hard. I need to get right down to the bottom of it and prise it, but I can't. Right, as you can see there, I'm not getting into it, so I'll just have to tear it out for now. It goes, and I can't. It is too solid. I can see there is a board, so there is a little BMS board, which that's what controls when you're charging them. The BMS board will actually charge it up, and the BMS board is there to stop it from overcharging or undercharging. It balances the battery out, and that's what you put them on these for, so that when you're charging them up on this board here, this will charge it up. It will stop automatically. It'll cut the power off when this battery is at the voltage it's supposed to be at. Now, if you're buying them, the cheap ones, I think it could be the board, or there again, if like from China, if you're buying them full from China, they have a nasty habit of using real old batteries. This here looks like an 1860. It's got some writing on there. I'll be taking it out fully in a minute. Don't know if you can read that there. And if it's, yeah, it's a is that said 3.7 volts? It's upside down. Just having a quick look. Yeah, it looks like it's going on them lines. That's a positive end. Right, the switch is just like rolling about in there. Use these cutters. See if I can cut through that now, because there's one bit of metal. No, you don't have to do this. Like I said, if you remove them two screws, this lot will all just come apart dead easy. It's just that I've tried my screwdrivers in the shed, and in the shed and thing. As for, you did mention that they explode. Well, this is the reason they explode. That's why these elements should be changed on a regular basis. This is what you need to change. This is what causes them to set on fire and explode. Because what happens is then, because you've got a charge, you've got a positive charge going through there. If you get two wires and you put one on the live, one on the negative, and then touch them on the end, or you can actually put them on a metal plate and put a bit of I use piano wire, and it will light up just like an electric bar off an electric fire. It will light up, and that's what happens when it lights up. That's it. It just starts burning too much because it's draining the power off the battery, and it's these that fail inside there, because you got, that's where your element is, and that's where it touches at the top there when it screws into there and it touches onto that plate. That's the heat. So the heat is transferred into this. When these break down, that's when it does overheat. That's what causes. There's the other part there where you fill it up with your fluid that goes in there, and then it warms up inside. Now when you suck on it, it causes the vapor to come out. And I'm going to trim this. I think I will. And I think I'll just trim it on that. Trim the edges off there to get in at that plate on the side. I think I've tried to take it out the wrong side here, so I'm just going to go around it. So I've tried all my screwdrivers that I have, and the heads on them are extremely soft. Whoops, sorry about that. I passed into the tribal. Let's just try and get my screwdriver down the side there now. I always keep the screwdriver down. If I'm digging it into anything, I'll keep it down. I'll try not to make it go towards my fingers. Because you don't want the screwdriver sticking in your hand, do you? Well, I don't. I'm just going to trim this off. Like I said, I'm not bothered about this. It's the first time I've stripped one down. I've only been told what batteries are in them, but I can see how they work, which is pretty simple, to be honest. But what they've done, they've designed this to stop people from getting in there. They want you to take them down to their vape shop and repair them, so that they can repair them, which they will use a screwdriver and take this out and put new screws in. Them screws are designed to be replaced if taken out, I think, because they are weak. They are very soft. It's very soft aluminium, the screw heads, and these are in extremely tight. And as soon as I tried to undo them, it just wouldn't take. It's just rounding the heads off on them. So I thought, right, that's it. I've had enough of playing with it. Let's just get it broke open. So I was taking it off properly to start with. This is an old tester screwdriver I've got, by the way. So I'm not particularly bothered about this. It's coming out. And here's the rest of the mechanism when we can get it out here. I should get a bigger screwdriver, to be honest. Get this side in here. Right, it's coming through now. This is just laziness, by the way. Well, not really, because I do have all of my my screwdrivers. I have like 3 or 4 that fitted it, but like I say, just rounding the head off when I was trying to take it off. This end is a little more stubborn, so I advise you taking it out by the screws. There's one bit broke off, and he's the heating end of it there. As you can see, this is what heats up inside here, and that's what causes it to. And just there's the button, the on-off button. Is it? One moment. I'll get my trusted magnifying glass, and I don't know if you can see that. I'll try and see it through the camera. I'll hold it right up to the camera because right, that. One moment. I'm just picking it up off the floor. Bending down for me is pretty hard because of the hernias I have. They cripple me when I try to bend. Right, this is the on-off button, and inside there it's a little lead that goes inside there. You know, with the lead light that lights up when you press it, and it causes that, right. So now let's have a look. What's stopping it? Oh, there's more, as you can see there. Look, they've got more screws down there on the bottom of the battery, so the battery is actually connected there. So let's see how this should come out. Let's use this battery. Let's go down and see if I can hook it on there, and see if I can get any movement off it. Come out. This is the switch here. I'll try and, as you can see there, the switch just goes. Come up, come up, come up. Right. I'm not going to mess about with that. I'm just going to cut it straight down here to that compartment at the bottom and literally peel it off. Now the aluminium is actually getting a little bit tougher here. Let's have a look there. I think that's just a sponge down there. Let's try taking that off. It pushes on the battery. Yeah, so I'm going to have to disconnect the battery from this end first. No, I can see right through the other end there now. Yes, I can see right through to the other end. So I think it's a case of just pushing all this lot through. I'm just going to try it this way. There we go. We've got the battery. It's all coming out now. Turn that round so it doesn't stick. I might snip that off. Hang on. There's the other part of the switch off that board. Right, slide this in. There we are. Will that go right down to the bottom? No, it won't. The thing is, I should actually just snip this off. Alright, now the whole lot should pull out quite easy. And there we are. That's just the bottom bit where it was on. And this is what you get. The battery. I'm just going to check on the side there to see what type of size of battery it is. My hands, look, this is all that vape stuff that's on my hands there. And what have we got here? .4 watt hours. It's at 18. You see there, 18650. So they are 18650s. The only way I can tell now, what if any safety on it, because the battery from the 90s didn't have any safety features in. The power pack, what you see me build, it has 4 built-in safety features. Now on this battery, I know this is a good battery. It's still charged up. It has plenty of power on it still. I'm just going to see what type it is, because they've put some cotton tape on it, and this is tape around here so that it doesn't touch any other electrical things. And that cotton tape is extremely sticky. Right, this is the one with. Right, so that goes on the outside, yeah. So this is the older type. They don't have a massive amount of built-in safety features on them like the new ones. The new ones, it's impossible for the live there to touch the earth. Not only that, they have a detection that if the battery overheats. It blows a cap inside and allows the lithium, the gas, to escape. So therefore, it cuts down on the thing. So the new batteries, what I've been using, what you see me build with that, are the new ones. This I think is the older one. So yeah, as you can see there, they do have a BMS board. There's the BMS board. That controls its charge and discharge, and it's also got a heat sensor on it. So if the heat, if it gets too hot, it will cut out. Let's have a look. Yeah, from there. So if there's too much heat on it, it will cut out. So there's no way it's done. So yeah, if you wanted to, I don't know if they use AA batteries in them, but I was told they all use 18650s. So if you get one of these 18650s, you shouldn't have 2 in there. You would only need one. I mean, that's got a. I'll just turn it on. It's probably 3.7 volts. The voltage. Don't turn it upside down. It says there on the side there, which obviously it's a bit thing, but it's 3. I'm trying to get it to focus. So it's 3.7 volt that with 7.4 watt hours. And that's all you'd need for a vape like this. So it should probably last about, when you're vaping, because you're pressing the button on and off and just, applying a bit of heat. I know this one did last easily 10 hours plus before it needed charging again. And it's still a good battery, so I will be using this in another project probably. But it's quite easy to replace them if you wanted to. So, like as you've seen, I broke them apart. That's not the way to do it. I'm doing it just to make it faster, rather than sitting here for hours. But you can see the 2 screws there, and that plate, these plates here, they come off. It's just glue, and if they bend, you can just tap them straight. This one here, didn't even bend it. They just come off quite easy. It's just a matter of getting a small scalpel and stick them under there, and then pull them off. So you pull these off if you come across it where they've got these. This plate it's broken, but you don't need to break them. Like I said, you can if your screwdriver won't take them out, drill them out. Drill the screws out of there. There, can you see the screws there? So if your screwdriver won't take them out, drill them out, and then you can just replace them. But you see how long the screws are, and they're extremely soft heads on them. So that's on this. Might not be on yours, but that's what I've done to strip it down. So yeah, my advice, if I had a problem with the charging, it in all probability could be this board. Now what you do, if you want to test the battery, check the battery, and check to see if the battery is in good condition. That's another way around. Just check the battery and see if the battery's okay. If the battery's okay and it's got charge, if it hasn't taken it off, you can just snip the wires and join them back if you wanted to. Snip them, try them, test them out, and if the battery's fine, then it's down to this BMS board here. You can actually put the same type of board on. You can order it. They've got the part numbers and everything on what they are. And you can order this BMS board, or you can fit your own BMS board and change the switch and the way it switches on and off and all that if you wanted to. It's quite simple to do. You could do that, or and if it is the battery, if the BMS board's fine, it's charging, replace the battery. It's just a matter of desolder that. Pull it's always best to get the Cortan tape. It's always best to get that because Crofton tape. It's easy. It's because that's heat proof and everything, and it's it keeps the electricals apart. But as you can see there, the battery on this is great. I know it is. So I will be just taking that BMS off. The BMS on this is fine because it charges up great and everything. There is another way if you want to. You could just simply get a USB lead. I'll just check. I'll just check see if I've got an old bit here. Right, you could get something like that if that fits into the end of your charger, the battery charger when you're charging it up. You could actually get a battery holder. You can get 1, 2, 3. They're only cheap. You can get them off eBay. Just type in battery holder and you get them. That'll hold an 18650 battery, say. Put two in it. Actually, get a double one or a triple one or a quadruple one. And then you snip one of these, and you get the red wire and the black wire. Red obviously positive and black obviously negative. And join them onto the battery case, and then plug this in. That gives you much more power. It'll keep your vape charged up if you don't want to strip your vape down. So on another video at a later stage, I'll show you how to do that. If anyone is interested, just leave a message me. So there you are. We've stripped down. That's a tear down of a vape. They're simple enough. Not many parts in them, and they're quite easily stripped down. And yeah, like I said, I got told all vapes have 18650 batteries in. This truly does have one. That's the first time I've stripped one down. But if this is basically to answer for Joyce Joseph. If your vape is discharging very fast, and obviously there's some type of short inside there. If it isn't charging at all or very, very well, it could very well be the BMS board, or it could be. By the way, that's a BMS board. It manages the battery and all that. Or it could be the battery. You need to check the battery either. The battery is just like take it out, or you just take them screws out the top of this, like I showed you, and put a voltmeter on. Check your voltage on the battery. It should be reading. If the voltage on the battery is below, say, I think it's about 2.8. If it's below that, then it's obviously the battery's at fault. Well, no, 2.3, I think. forgot now, on 18650, yeah, 2.3, don't, if it's below 2.3, it's not going to be revived, chuck it, that's the best thing to do with it, but it should be up to about 3 volts or just under. So I hope that's answered your question. If you have any more questions, just please leave it in the comments. I'll get around. So that's a vape, everybody. First time I've stripped one down. I'm not putting it back together, as you can see. I took it apart without the intentions because all I wanted was this. I wanted that board. I wanted that. I do want this, the heating element. I'm keeping all of these. Handy parts to keep for me. And it's a tidy little washer type thing. I'll keep that too. There we are, everybody. As you can see, over tools. I don't use all of these tools. It was just I just put them out and that's it. But like I say, when you're stripping these down and all, as soon as you get them out, that covered that vape stuff. It gets out and it gets all over the place on them, and that's another thing for fire. This is the reason for what I've been told is mostly the cause of the fires. The batteries, once that goes, the batteries do overheat. They will set on fire and they will explode if the heat and everything gets onto these batteries because they're 18650s. And there is videos out on YouTube that shows what happens to 18650 batteries if you just puncture one. I mean, if I was to hit that with a pair of pliers or something, put a big dent in it like that, it literally goes like a flamethrower and can explode, and it can, cause some damage, serious damage. But they're very safe batteries if they've got BMS boards on and they're handled properly. But once it's inside this case, totally safe inside there. Totally safe inside this case, you can hold them and everything. But I wouldn't bash the case even, because you don't want to be damaging that battery. So yeah, if you wanted to, I would just get a couple of batteries off eBay, case holder, battery holders, and I would be putting a couple of batteries in. And the lead I showed you, like I said, if you cut the lead there, you get an old USB lead with the same. I mean, this isn't the end. I mean, this is a. Let's have a look. There it is. That's a class 2. That's a class 2 USB. Yeah, that's a USB 2. So you would get this. Obviously get an old USB lead with the same fitment as that there that goes into that BMS board. Cut it, black and red wire, connect it to your battery box. That's what you can charge up with using a charger. Just use a simple. You don't even need to put a BMS because obviously your vape will have one in. If it is your vape, the actual board, I can't see you buying them all the time with the board that's gone on all of them. Mostly it's down to these. Or make sure you're charging these up at, I think they're a 1 amp charge, no, 2 amp charge. Make sure you're charging them up at 2 amps. 5 volt 2 amps. Because some you get USBs with 5 volt 1 amp and 5 volt 2 amps. So some does both, but that's what you need at 5.2 amp. 5 volt 2 amp charge going into them. Anyway, that's everything. A great big thank you to everybody that comes to my channel. I really do appreciate it. Please press all them buttons. And if you have any questions, just leave it down there in the comments, and I'll, if I don't get back to you straight away, I will get back to you as soon as I can. I'm still in the process of making videos. I'm doing a lot of editing now. These aren't edited yet, but in the future I will be editing some of my videos because I've now got a decent editing software and it's pretty fast. So the last one I used, it was just to edit one video. Took about a week. This one I've got, literally it just flips it and I can do a video in an hour. Easy. And I can add all kinds of special effects into it. So, a great big thank you, like I said, to everyone, and a big welcome to all the newcomers to my channel. As you can see, my channel isn't as big as the channel that got hacked and stole from me. But thank you to all you people that helped me build this one back up. I really do appreciate it, everything that everyone's doing. And on that note, goodbye.